Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone, and honors you brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So I'm going to do a quick video, Lord's will, one of a few videos I'm going to do out today. And this is basically going into the prophecies of the scriptures. And within the prophecies of the scriptures, you find out that the Bible speaks about the microchipping of people, right, within the world, and then the mass chipping of people within the world. And we know that's the thing that's going to come. So let's start here within the book of Revelations, the 13th chapter, and get that prophecy, get some other precepts, and then read that article, and then embellish it with the scriptures, where it's necessary to. So the book of Revelations, the 13th chapter, and this is starting at the 16th verse. It says, "And he causeth all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." So pretty much from the scriptures, from the prophecies, we find out that there is a mark that's going to be inserted. And we're going to this mark. This is the Greek word. Is it charagma? Yeah, that's charagma, a stamp or imprinted mark, of which when you go into what's known as a 3D printing, and also to data, when you have data listed within a file, when you see it on screen, that's a print. Okay, so they're gonna print your data into your grave. They're gonna put a graven implant within your skin that's gonna have a imprinted or printed mark or printed identifier that you're gonna be able to pull up on screen. Okay, hopefully I'm making sense. And this is gonna be the means of commerce. All right. Now, when we go into the Bible, you find out that the testimony of Yahweh Shai was prophecy. So the main thing that the Lord was coming to do was to fulfill prophecy, was to speak about prophecy, and basically I tell you about the prophecies that was going to come. All right, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's the spirit of the Lord, whom the world calls Jesus Christ or whatever. Okay, but his name is Yahweh Shai within the scriptures. So when you're dealing with a guy that tells you that he knows the Bible, well, that's going to be a guy that's going to be heavily into the scriptures. Okay, heavily into the prophecies rather more. All right, and one of the major prophecies that we're waiting to be fulfilled is this thing of the RFID chip, RFID microchip, which this is going into it. All right, so it says, ready to be tracked by your boss. UK companies prepared to microchip employees to boost security. Some of the UK's largest companies are Jesus. Okay, and I got this article from my brother, and he said this article is fire, and damn, it's fire, man. Just from that first sentence, you can see that this is some good news. All right, I could drink to that. All right, I could drink to this. All right, it says some of the UK's largest companies are planning to implant their stuff with microchips to improve security. Now, first and foremost, what you have to understand is when you're talking about increased security, all right, what are you increasing it from? Okay, what's the purpose behind that? All right, are people coming into the company stealing staples? Are they coming into the company stealing ideas? Because the last time I checked, there hasn't been a situation where this has happened. Okay, there's no need to increase security beyond the point that it's at now. There's the risk, but there's no need to do that. And they're doing this to do what? To fulfill prophecy. Okay, to improve security and restrict employees from accessing sensitive documents. That's why you have a password, and that password is what? Is used or given to certain people. All right, and it says so they're using this thing of security out here within these companies to push this thing off the RFID chip mark of the beast. So they'll use your NDA, which is a so-called non-disclosure agreement, and they're going to use that's what you're seeing, sensitive documents, because to have a competitive edge within the market, you have to have what's known as you would have to sign what's known as a non-disclosure agreement, which basically means you ain't gonna leak the information that you see at your company to another company. All right. It says the Swedish firm Biohacks, which makes human implant chips, claims it is in talks with a number of the UK's major businesses from the financial and legal sectors to implant their employees with the devices. The Telegraph reports. And what you know about Britain is Britain pretty much starting with the RFID chip that they put within the Oyster card, which then transpired to what? To the to Apple Pay and Android Pay, and subsequently the contactless payments on your bank card. Pretty much anyone that's been out here in Britain knows that the UK has been primed for the RFID chip for the longest. So when they come about with this, all right, it's not going to be a major step, because what you're going to be implanted within your skin is going to be just an RFID tag. So it's not going to be a major swing to say, okay, we're going to, not only are we going to give you the means to access information at work, this RFID tag, the code that's on it, that's going to have now your personal information on it. Okay, because if it's an identifier, what's stopping you from going in the bank or going in the shop to say that's you? You use it already at work. You might as well use it for commerce. All right, so it's not a stretch. So this thing of the chip is coming, man. All right. Continuing, it says the founder and CEO of Biohacks, who is a former body piercer, told that the paper that this microchip will cost £150 each and could help financial and legal companies enhance security. All right, these companies have sensitive documents that they're dealing with. The chips, all right, would allow them to set restrictions for whoever. All right, and that's how they're gonna sell it out here within the UK, and that's how the people are gonna eat it up. All right, when you check out pretty much, and it was always gonna be the UK, because we have to understand about businesses. The UK's major export is services. Okay, the major export, okay, really one of the only export that the UK has is the service sector. So you're talking about finance, you're talking about legal expertise, you're talking about teaching, all of them things where all you're dealing with is sensitive documents. So what you're gonna have is a situation where all the major companies within the UK are gonna adapt towards this chip, man. Okay, because most of the companies within the UK are what, like I said, they're service sector industries. Okay, legal work, teaching. All right, when you go out there into Dubai or Abu Dhabi or whatever, you got a whole bunch of English people over there living there. Because why? Because the UK exported their service sector out there to be business experts, okay, financial analysts, whatever you want to call it. They're out there because they came from Britain. And the main thing that goes on out here within Britain is people are employed within the service sector. Okay, there's not too much manufacturing. There is manufacturing, but there ain't too much, and so on and so forth. There ain't too much manual labor. It's mainly service sector jobs. So this thing is gonna go out there widespread like a hot fire within the woods. Okay, this thing ain't gonna be stopped, man. Okay, and then the next thing is gonna be what? It's gonna be applying the same technology. All right, they don't even have to reprogram the tag. All the information is already there. If it's enough to get you to access to legal documents at work where it's going to be worth millions, then it's no stretch for you to access your £1,000 that you got in your bank, man. Okay, so it says, so the founder who says he's lined up one prospective UK company with hundreds of thousands of employees insists employers could offer it as an opt-in. All right, and that's how they start. That's always how they start in Britain, man. Everything is always opt-in, and ultimately the old system gets phased out. Right? If you have a 15% uptake, that is still a huge number of people that won't require a physical ID pass, and they're gonna be into it. Even the place I'm working at now, they've adapted to the clocking system. All right, you get a plastic card with an RFID chip. All right, so this thing is it's gonna go out there major, man. It's gonna spread out there like hot fire. Okay, so pretty much that's the video. With that, I'm gonna say, all praise unto Yahweh, Shimi Hashai, Wahar Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of great millstone. Honestly, brothers, that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.